Welcome to the restorative movement session. My name is Veronica. If this is the first time you're watching this video, you have to go to the introduction of the restorative movement. There I'll explain what is this session about, what are the goals, the objectives that we want from movement, from restoration. What are the techniques that I use, a bit of my experience, and the material that we usually need for every session. Also, we have two types of intensity in the videos. People's being in this group for maybe about 3 years, some people a bit more. Now we're very happy that we are almost 3 years with this program. So some of you have another type of access in your physical movements in your body. So we have a high intensity for those that have actually requested that. But also there is a lot of people that like and prefer a low intensity with more meditation and more focus on very low movements. They have some restrictions. So this class is going to be a high intensity. If you're not ready for that challenge, please go and move into the ones that say low and maybe challenge yourself into a medium intensity. So for this class, we're only going to need one block. If you don't have blocks, you can roll a towel and we're just gonna need that. So go get the material. The material is always on the comments. Today we are going to work in the core belt. Let's just remember that the core is not just the center of the stomach or the belly. It's also the sides. That's why I call it a belt, and it's also the back. So if you actually visualize your core as a belt, it's going to be very easy to understand that that's going to give you support on your entire spine for your back. If you suffer pain on your back, working on the core structure, it's maybe mandatory on those cases. It gives us a stability, it gives you strength, it relieves pain in the back, so much benefits. So some people don't like it, but it is necessary. I hope you enjoy this session, and let's get started.
Life is a winding road.
So we're gonna start sitting down on the mat. I always use my blankets to sit down. And let's just sit on the mat, feeling the sitting bones pressing the floor. And we're just going to lift our hands up as we inhale. And with the right hand, you're going to reach opposite knee as we exhale. It's just swiping the arms to the side, and then inhale again, really reach up, and exhale, opposite side. Left hand is reaching to the right knee, and you give yourself a very little soft twist. So we're going to start with that on the core. Inhale up and exhale, and here you can start taking your own pace. Some of you want to spend more time on the twist, some of you want to pick it up, but inhale, reaching up, and exhale, twisting to the side, relaxing the shoulders down. No matter your pace, just make sure you're doing both sides. As you exhale, keep twisting, relaxing. We're not going to intensify on the twist, it's just a very slight filling. Feel also that the shoulder girdle is rotating. And the very last thing you're going to twist is the head or the neck. That one is the very last thing, so maybe you can just gaze softly to one side, and some of you that feel ready can gaze a little bit more backwards, but it's not necessary. Inhale, and let's do the last one. Very good. Inhale to the center, and exhale, we're going to start moving, reaching opposite sides with the arms wide open. So we want to start heating, that the heat starts to rise. Inhale and exhale, and reach more and more and more and more, and more, feeling the obliques, the sides of the core belt, the waist starting to stretch and crunch. Good. Now we're going to reach to the right side more and more, and then just press with a hand down, and we're going to point the thumb backwards. You're opening the chest, relaxing here the neck. Try to position the neck where it feels more comfortable. Here is something that you have to feel. Relax both shoulders, especially the right one, down. And inhale, reach up to the ceiling. And if it's accessible to you, above and beyond the head. Again, stretching and crunching sides of the core belt. And we're going to come back to the center, reaching to the sides. Again, feeling the heat rising up on the shoulder girdle. I know it's intense, but we want to wake up that heat as fast as possible because we want that. Along this practice, because when we use the belt, we're going to use the lower back, and we want that part warmed up. Reach left side, down with a hand, bring the memory to your body, thumb back, inhale, open the chest, relaxing shoulders, position the neck, maybe it's a different place in the other side. Inhale and exhale. Long deep breath in and out. Inhale to the ceiling, and if it feels right, beyond the crown of the head. Reach, reach, reach. Long deep breath in. Relax shoulders down. Long deep breath out. Inhale again to the center, and one last time, feeling that discomfort is coming, rejection to the discomfort is feeling, and we want to breathe through, want to pass through that feeling of rejection to the very first feeling of discomfort. We want to challenge ourselves and not just rejecting right away the discomfort, the effort, whatever you name it, whatever the feeling that it's negative in a way. We just don't want to reject it right away. We want to create tolerance. Very good. Woo! Inhale, hands down, and we're going to hug opposite. Hug the chest, reaching for opposite shoulder blades, giving ourselves a little break here, pressing elbows down as we inhale, chin up. As we exhale, chin down. Press fingertips in the ground beside your hips. Place your heels down in front of you. Inhale, swipe knees to the right side, and pressing. Again, a little twist, shoulder girdle is twisting to the other side. Center as you inhale, exhale as you twist. That's a very simple formula of the twist. Inhale, lengthening spine, very long spine. Exhale with twist, with that space that we introduced, with the air in between vertebra. And two more. Again, pick up your own pace. Now, if it's possible, gazing to the opposite side where your knees are, kind of integrating the last part of the spine, which is the neck, to this rotation. Very good. So we're gonna come to the center, inhale, and both knees fall to the left side, and now both hands are going to press, like take the right hand all the way to the back, press the floor down, and feel that twist happening again. If it's not complete, then you have to stop a little bit in the middle, not twisting all the way. Listen to your spine here. It's no time for distractions, no time for inner discussions, because you really want to hear your lower back, how it's behaving and feeling and needing. To the center as we inhale. Very good. And let's go to the other side. Fall or just drop your knees. Right side, left hand is coming all the way to the back of your mat. And for those that want to intensify this, just press both knees down to the floor where they are, and just press your hands even as well down to the floor. Just feel the neck lengthening. Create that space in between the vertebra of your neck. Feel the twist happening as you relax. And inhale, come back to the center. Just feel a little bit, how is your body feeling once you gave that warm up and those very nice joint movements. Let's go to the tabletop pose, and we're going to protract the shoulders kind of forward and down into this rounding shape. We call this the cat. And then we retract, which is shoulders close to the ears, and just point your tailbone up to the sky. We call this the cow, because the cows have the hips pointing up always. Again, protract, shoulders pressing down, away from the ears, rounding the spine. Now here you're going to press the belly in. We're going to need that action in just a few moments. Press the belly in, and then inhale, retract, cow pose, extension in the lower back. Feel the shoulders going close to the ears. Inhale as you stretch the belly, and two more of those. Protract, shoulders away from the ears, navel in, rounding spine, coccyx in and forward. Chin to the chest, relaxing neck. Retract, shoulders to the ears, coccyx pointing up, extension as a cow, and stretching the belly. Feel the stretch of the belly. Very good. We're going to inhale here, separate the knees and take the hips to the heels, pointing the feet in steps on the mat. Relax your body. If you need to separate more the knees, go ahead. If that doesn't feel right and you want to put the knees together, go ahead. Some of you know that you can put a blanket underneath the knees here, so it's a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so we're going to start going into this plank. which is one of the best postures for strengthening the core. So we want to place one knee, right knee down, and then plank. Left knee down, plank. Inhale, exhale, navel in. Inhale, kind of relaxing. Exhale, navel in. Inhale, relaxing a little bit. Navel in, contracting the abdominal wall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And 3 more. Exhale, navel in. Inhale. Press the shoulders, protracting the shoulders down as we did on the cat. Kind of rounding the upper body. Coccyx in, that's why we went to the cat. So we can feel the shoulders. Very good. Last one, inhale. Exhale, navel in, coccyx in. Last one. And exhale. Both knees down, relaxing into the child pose. This is the child pose. It's a well-known pose. Lots of babies sleep this way. They're very flexible. They can be here for such a long time because their hips are still very flexible. And here you can tell the flexibility of your hips if they are very tight. So this is a great posture for relaxing and stretching the hip without doing much. But just the fact of relaxing yourself here can be such a big work. So I want you to just exhale, focus on the breath, on the exhalation. Very good. Okay, let's come back to the plank, but this time we're going to turn it up a bit. So right knee as much as possible. So you can put it on the floor as we did, or you can lift it and down. Again, as much as possible forward. You can put it on the floor or you can lift and back. Again, maybe you want to put it on the floor. This is an option for you. So you're able to have middle grounds in your decision, not knowing that it's all or nothing. Not here, not in life. You have lots of possibilities. And whenever you're ready, you can pick it up and take a challenge. And in here, you can also have degrees of intensity. Lower or higher. Okay, both knees down. That feels intense, right? And exhale into the child pose. Feel that nice massage that we're giving to the lower back. When we come back here, a technique that we have used a lot in restorative movement is to feel the process from intensity and effort and the journey that your body and the blood flow and the breath takes when you go into relaxation. That journey, the path. So that is going to give a lot of awareness, clarity. That's a great exercise. And we're going to do one last round of this exercise. This time we're going to cross the same thing, but we're going to go into opposite side. You can put it on the floor and then back, or you can lift it up and then back. Okay, you know this one. So take your own pace. Maybe you want to stay here for a while. Maybe you want to do it tap and back, floor and back. Explore different paces. Keep breathing. 2 more. Keep your shoulders at the level of your wrists. Okay. Knees down and relaxing. Here is where we check into the journey from intensity all the way to relaxation. Feel that. It's like the tide of the ocean rising up and then Now, lift yourself a little bit up. Walk one knee forward and the other as well, but over the first one, cross it. Then just sit down. If that's too much, if that's too crazy, just take your legs to the front and we're going to sit down. So lay on your back and lift your legs up. Now we're going to do the same. We're going to press the navel in as we did it on the cat. Press it in. Keep breathing. And we're just going to lower one leg down and then the other. So you can have your hands on your belly here. Take your own pace. This is no problem. You can have your knees a little bit bent. No problem. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now the next step is just to sync it with your breath. Synchronize the breath with the movement. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Down. Exhale. Go on. Some of you are going slower, some of you are going faster, and it's great. Respond to your needs, take responsibility, decide accordingly to your body needs. You're already in this series, you know it's intense, so challenge yourself. Make the effort because we want to have very interesting feeling in the last meditation. We want to see the results there. Okay, have your knees together and bend your knees, and press and take your knees as closer to the chest. It's like the child pose but facing up. In here you can take your knees even closer so you feel that inner stretch happening along the hip, the iliac crest, the psoas. The psoas is a muscle. There are like two psoas, a major and a minor psoas. And it's a muscle that joins you in three parts or binds you in three parts. It grabs the lower back, your coccyx, and some parts of the lower back, some vertebrae. The hip and also the femur, upper head. So entirely, it binds you and joins you in three parts, back, hip, and leg. You walk because of the psoas. And in here, you're stretching the psoas. We're working with it. Good. Now, we're going to have the knees bent. So this is a very basic one. Have one leg stretch, but in here, we want to reach forward with the hands and then relax both hands to the head. Switch leg, left one straight. And now you exhale as you crunch and reach with one leg and arms, and then inhale as you come back to the center. Exhale, press the navel in. Inhale, center. Exhale, again, take your own pace. You can stay in the crunch longer. Inhale, or you can do it a little bit faster because maybe today there's a need of detoxifying. And again, working with the core belt is also moving, massaging the organs, the guts. And there, it's where we storage a lot of toxins. So it's great for a detoxifying practice. It's so helpful in so many levels, hey? Have your own pace. Now lift from the shoulder girdle. Do that rounding thing that we did in the cat. And not much with the neck. So last two, please. At your own pace, both sides. Inhale as you are in the center and exhale as you crunch. Very good. Rest and bring your knees to the chest in this upward facing child pose. It's also called the release of the wings. The gut releases air. You can feel the digestion moving here. And also we release air from the limbs. So you're going to feel yourself very well oxygenated with this pose, just like this. And it's great for the lower back. Okay, now you're going to press down to the floor and you're going to have both knees kind of falling to one side, but not entirely, and then back again to the center. To the other side, but not entirely, to the center. And in here, I feel like I really want to pick this movement up. Make it a bit faster. Just make sure they don't fall all the way. You want to hold that. So we want to work with the obliques. Now we're going to stay on one side, like almost falling, dropping your knees completely, but no. Hold it there, and we're going to stay there. Hold and hold. Separate your toes. Spread them wide open and then come back to the center. Inhale and switch. Hold your knees. Do not drop them entirely to the floor. Hold and hold. Keep breathing. Excuse me. Inhale. So you're going to straighten the legs, and if it's possible for you, we're going to do the same. And if it's not accessible to you, then again you're going to bend, but bend your legs half the way. Do not bend them all the way. Some of you are lifting the legs upper, then come back to the center. Try to have your legs as straight as possible. And then to the other side. I know I'm here with you. It's interesting. Very well. Inhale, come back to the center. Okay, before we go into relaxation, we're going to lift the hip a little bit. These ones are the hard ones. I know, press the hands down. Just lift your hip a little bit. Maybe it's just a little bit, and that's perfect. Great effort. Some of you want to lift a little bit more and engage with the upper abdominal wall, the ones closer to your ribs. 3 more. One more. Very well. Knees into the chest. Relax. And this is interesting. Watch. Check in again. Tap in. And just realize that journey from a big intensity, challenge, and effort into relaxation. Just sometimes you can even see clearly the blood flow in the eyelids. Long deep breath in. Long deep breath out. We're going to go into one side so we can come again to the seated pose. And just press your knees as much as possible. You can grab your towel here and place it underneath the hips. Sit there. If it's very hard for you to straight all the way, just sit in the towel. Fold it a little bit higher. And press, press, press. Very good. Keep your back, as long as possible. Lengthen your spine. Tap into yourself. Lengthen your spine with the crown. You reach all the way up for the sky. With the hip bones, you press down, you root that hip into the ground. Very good. And straight your legs as much as possible and lengthen your spine. Visualize air in between each of your vertebrae. Long deep breath in. Long deep breath out. Very well. Again, we're going to have the legs going backwards. Again, you can cross the shin bones and just pass your hands. Or the other option for you is just have your legs to the side, and let's just go into the Sphinx pose where we're going to stretch the belly. So in here, we want to press the pubic bone down. And we want to have a little movement of straightening the arms here. Pubic bone down, really engage the glutes here. Very strong glutes, where you have the biggest muscle, the gluteus majoris, it's called, and it's living there in your glutes. There's a lot of power there. So feel that the glutes are pressing the hip down. Straightening and bending the elbows. And just feel that stretch happening in the belly as you crunch the lower back, which is very necessary for people with lower back pain. Now, just feel that you can, with your elbows pressing the mat, feel that you draw your upper torso forward. You can almost see it here, where just with my elbows pull my body forward, and I'm taking my upper torso, my rib cage, as forward as possible. And there again, we're going to straight the arms, and just some of you that are ready to step your hands backwards and press a little bit more. You do it, but with lots of careful. Be really careful with walking the hands backward. If it's not feeling right, again, walk the hands forward. Because we are lifting up this extension and we are crunching more the lower back. So you have all the possibilities in between as you walk your hands forward, and this is going to soften. Again, that same action of drawing the upper cage, the upper rib cage, torso forward as you lift the upper body. Press the hips, the legs, the knees in steps down for your body to root and then the torso to grow up. And exhale, very good. Everything goes down to the floor, forehead on the mat. Relax here. And let's go into the last pose. It's like a peak pose for the abdominal wall, but with a little bit of balance, just to spice things up. Okay, grab your block or your towel. Have it ready. If you have a towel, you just need to roll your blanket or towel like this. And we're gonna go into the boat pose. Let's navigate. And we're gonna have the toes in the mat first. And in here, you can just stay here. You don't want to go further into the intensity of the pose or into the complexity of the pose if your back crunches. So this is perfect. This is a lot of work. Now you're going to place a roll in between knees or thighs, whatever feels safe. And just lift your toes down up as you tap the floor. And in here, keep pressing the towel. If you have the block, it's where you place the block in between your knees. It feels pretty intense. Do not quit. Lift your chest up. Inhale here and exhale down. Very well. Do not go completely into relaxation, just a neutral pose. Do not let all your body melt. Stay with the energy. If you feel like, oh, this is too hard, now gaze at a light bulb. Open your eyes wide open. Allow the light to penetrate into your eye, into your iris. So you help your brain to wake up, to not fog out, shut down. Very good. And blink and be like, yeah, I am rejuvenating my body and uplifting the energy. Okay, let's go for the second round. Some of you want to stay in the same version, it's perfect. Some of you want to lift a little bit up and maybe not tapping the floor anymore, but staying in the middle. It's very intense. I'm here with you. Just visualize all the stability and agility and safety that you're going to give to your back when you have a super strong core belt that hugs you firmly. Okay, 2 more. Smile. Just fake it. Where we want to give the message to the brain. The body is in charge, not the brain. Woo. Feet down, grab your legs, breathe. As you inhale, press it in the sit bones down. Same thing. Grow with your spine, crown reaches up into this diagonal shape. Long deep breath in and long deep breath out. Okay, for the next pose, just a little bit advanced, but let's just try it. So we want to have the left leg down, and you're going to grab the inner arch. Left arm grabs inner arch of the right foot. Okay, so we're going to stay here, and with the right hand you're going to reach to the back, and we're going to do the twist. So with this twist, you're ready for intensify the twist. So if you feel that you want to grab the outer edge of the foot as so, do it like this. This is the first version. Second version will be reaching with the back hand. Next version will be straightening the leg. Ooh. And the other version will be a balance, lifting the other leg up. There you go. Just for the sake of having fun. No reason to be happy, just because. It's just because. If we need a reason, then the reason might going to just be over. Because everything changes, everything stops. The food stops, the TV stops. Some jobs end, some people go away from your life. And then the reason, we don't have the reason is over. Unfold the pose as you build it. So in here, we don't want to have the reason. It's just because. because we allow ourselves to smile and to be happy unconditionally. Long deep breath in, allow your body to breathe. Let's go to the other side. I'm gonna switch so you do it again, you see it again, but you can stay in the same place. Okay, let's build the pose. Left hand, no, excuse me, right hand, it's going to reach for left foot, inner arch. When you're ready, you can grab the outer arch, and that's a little bit more intense. Leave your back hand on the floor. Allow the twist to unfold, to twist, because we're not unfolding the twist, because we're twisting it, to express primarily. And then, as you have now your lower back twisting in order and safely, you can extend your, let's go first for the hand, press the chin bones down, and third one would be the leg, straighten the leg. This is just if it feels right. You can have a little straight like this, you can have a full straight, everything in the middle is fine. You don't have only two options, black or white, no, you have many possibilities. Okay, if you're ready, lift the other leg and balance and play. This is a play time. You can just explore if you can reach up or just stay in the middle. Everything's fair. As long as you're trying and smile, fake it. It's the body that is working. The mind, right now, the brain is going to second place. Brain. The mind is occupying all your body. We're thinking with every part of your body. Inhale here. Exhale, down with the foot, then with the hand, and release. Twist and balance and stretch and core. I really like that pose, has everything in it. Okay, now let's cross the chin bones, hug the legs, and now we are melting into relaxation. Press both feet down, ground yourself. Remember to take off your socks. Feel the texture with the soles of your feet. Millions of nervous terminations are living in your feet. Let go your brain, leave it. We're going all the way down to your soles. Move your toes. Embody, inhabit your feet. Imagine that your feet are in charge and they are touching surfaces, exploring textures. They're actually telling you where you're standing. You're standing in a safe, firm ground. Your feet are holding you, are giving you support. Now feel your legs, your rounded back, covering and hugging your organs, your guts. You're hugging your body completely. We're going to give ourselves a beautiful compassion phrase. We can start with, this is my body and I love it and I accept it, and the way it is perfect in this present moment, that it's the only thing I have, and that's perfection. The only thing perfect in our lives is this moment. We accept it fully. Thank you, body, for giving me this experience of effortless relaxation, balance, for feeling the tightness and being able to stretch. And you can place there more feelings that you experience in a physical way. That I felt myself a bit stronger than yesterday, with more intention, with more will. All that counts. Another compassion phrase to wrap up this practice. I forgive myself because I love myself. And I will do that with all the beings. Let's start living this cocoon, kind of springing like a sprout, lifting the chin up. And now we're going to dedicate this series to everybody around me. No discrimination. I'm dedicating this effort to all the humans and the non-humans. This forgiveness and this loving and acceptance of this existence just as it is, I will dedicate it and I offer to all the beings in this world and beyond, and expand to the universe. Just visualize how where you're seated you can explode this feeling to the infinity and beyond. Such a popular phrase. Just expand and expand to everybody. No discrimination. We all want to feel that, to feel accepted, to feel loved and forgiven. You're gonna lay on the floor to wrap up this practice, enjoying this relaxation. Here is where I want you to scan. How are you feeling? How's it going? Going to a part of your body that feels better, activated, awakening, engaged, stretch, stronger, relaxed, whatever benefit you can get from that part of your body. Take your breath there, inhale and exhale. I really hope you enjoy this practice. I'll see you next time. Have a beautiful day and thank you very much.
Life is a winding road.